I think that my walks and sex helped me push my child out much faster. Like I got to, with my second baby, y'all, I got to the hospital at like 5:30. Baby, he was already out by 9 o'clock. Like 5 p.m., 9 p.m., baby boy was up out. And I contribute that to, because I wasn't young. It's not like I know you hear about young mothers having babies quickly, being able to push because our bodies, when you're younger, they bounce back quicker. Maybe I was 32 having that. What's up, mamas? It is Jessica Gordon, and these are all the things that I wish I knew, okay, before becoming a mom for the very first time. So, you probably know that you're gonna have to go to the doctor, but even me having a baby at 31, I just feel like I went to the doctor way more than I had ever been. So, I just want you to be prepared for those checkups. And it's really good for you because one, you're gonna wanna hear your baby's heartbeat during those ultrasound times, but it's just so important to be monitored because we know that as Black women, our healthcare is not always taken as seriously or we're not listened to. So it's important that you are scheduling those appointments, making those appointments, attending those appointments, and doing what it is that you need to do to be present for those regular checkups on yourself as well as your baby, because I've had friends that have experienced preeclampsia. So I just want you to be prepared, and we don't want any surprises. And the best way to do that is making sure that you are attending those doctor's visits regularly. If anything is wrong, mama, anything feel weird, even if you think it's silly and you're uncomfortable with asking, because we carry a lot of things within ourselves, I don't care. I don't care how silly you think it is. I don't care how small you think it is. Go to those appointments, make another appointment if something feels off, feels abnormal, feels weird. The second thing that I really wish that I knew more about was nutrition. So yeah, I knew that you need to help eat healthy because you're having a baby. But baby, the thing that they don't talk about is when you are having these food aversions or you're having these food cravings. And every day with my first son, y'all, I craved cheeseburgers, and not just any old cheeseburger, baby. I had to have the greasiest, messiest. I want avocado, egg, add all the toppings to my cheeseburger: ketchup, mayonnaise, pickles, lettuce, tomatoes, onions. Like I needed everything on my cheeseburger. So yes, I know you need to eat healthy because you're having a baby, but I want you to be mindful of those food aversions and those food cravings because I love fruit, but while I was pregnant, I just wanted beef for some reason. And that could impact the vitamins that I was receiving. And so when it comes to nutrition, I recommend and highly recommend that you take the best prenatal vitamin that money can buy or that you can afford. Getting that prenatal. Now, of course, the generic one is going to do what it needs to be done, but there are some other ones on the market that I would recommend for you to check out if you can afford them. But if not, that's okay. This is all inclusive. Still take the one that the doctor recommends or that your insurance provides because it's going to provide you more than not taking it at all. Okay. The third thing is exercise. I am not an exercise girly, but I do like to walk or dance and different things like that. I highly recommend that you find something that you can do. I do consider sex to be an exercise. So clearly you pregnant, you having sex. But anything exercise. I don't care if that's walking. If you don't feel like having sex, that's understandable. I do believe, I'm just saying, I think that my walks and sex helped me push my child out much faster. Like I got to, with my second baby, y'all, I got to the hospital at like 5:30. Baby, he was already out by 9 o'clock. Like 5 p.m., 9 p.m., baby boy was up out. And I contribute that to, because I wasn't young. It's not like I know you hear about young mothers having babies quickly, being able to push because our bodies, when you're younger, they bounce back quicker. Maybe I was 32 having that baby boy, and I'm convinced that exercise and sex helped me to be able to do that. So make sure you're incorporating that. That's something that I did, but it wasn't intentional like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be intimate with my partner or walking. I just knew I needed it or wanted it and was choosing to do that. The third, that was already number 3. The fourth thing that I wish I knew before becoming a mother is the hormonal changes. Like, yes, as a woman, you already know that you have hormonal changes with your own menstrual cycle, right? Baby, the hormones was raging. Baby, I was literally inside of the grocery store. Do you hear me? inside the grocery store, crying, because, and I was like, these chickens were somebody's baby. And I was crying in the grocery store. That is not normal. Okay. And honestly, I say first things that I wish I knew was the first time mom, but in reality, baby, you might cry over something very different. So there's no way for you to truly prepare because those hormonal changes are no joke. But I do think it's wise for you to know that you may have mood swings, you may feel some anxiety, you may have emotional up and downs during your pregnancy, as well as postpartum time, which is postpartum just means the time after birth. I hate that it immediately, when you hear postpartum, people think of the depression part of it. I want to continue to educate all of us around that. Postpartum literally means time after birth. So just be prepared mentally that you may have some hormonal changes, mood swings, and just how to combat them. For me, chewing on my ice helped me calm down. Taking a shower, taking a bath, taking a walk, watching something funny would allow me to kind of calm myself down because I would get really worked up. I was crying over chickens and because they were somebody's baby. So you already know how I was coming. I'm pretty sure that this is number 5, having a support system in place. I am a girly who does not have a large support system, so I don't have necessarily the people that you would typically have. My mom is sick, so she's not able to provide me with that type of support. So I just really recommend for you to consider who in your circle will be willing to be there for you. You know, if that is your partner, that is excellent. If your partner has family that you've grown a close relationship with, let people know that yes, I may be asking for support. I may be asking for help. There's nothing wrong with that. Allow your support system to help you. And depending on what period in your pregnancy you are, because later in your pregnancy, I know I was waddling all around the house. Like it was ridiculous. Like just to walk out to the car, I was completely out of breath. Okay, so just having your support system ready and prepared will really make a difference. And I think I'm gonna stop here with this one because I feel like the video is getting long. I may have to do a part 2, y'all. But I experienced postpartum anxiety and there's postpartum depression, which is different, which is the time after birth where you're experiencing depression or you're experiencing anxiety, or some people have hallucinations and all sorts of things. Be knowledgeable about it, read about it, not to scare yourself or to put yourself in that place because every mom doesn't have that experience. But I also don't want you to feel shame because it can be very isolating having a baby because you feel like, oh, I got to be the perfect mom. I got to do all these things right. When you are doing things right, you may just be experiencing depression. You may be experiencing postpartum anxiety, and you want to know what to look out for so that you can best support yourself. As someone who pushed out 2 kids as well as a bonus mom, if there are other questions or things that you can think of, I think I will do a part 2 about just things I wish I knew as a first time mom because there's so many things for you to know. And let me know what things come up for you, you wish that you would know, or you're curious about because you are a first time mom. Love and light to you all, and look forward to part 2.